traditional undisclosed location. This is your host, Tanky, and today we are back with some control. Excuse me, I'm a little burpy today. Also, I did have a thing of Johnny Walker's Game of Thrones Special Edition scotch, so I may be a bit off my game today. Woo. Anyway, we're back with control, as you can see here. And let's put some people out of their misery. It's 09. It's the 2010s. Why are you using a Lewis gun, my good sir? But anyway, we are going to help.
Last anyone heard, he was taking a security team.
These guys.
The reason is currently unknown.
Let's get the thing out. And secure HRA Production. Okay.
Colin, what's the situation?
Squad C hasn't made it back. They're still out there, which means we should assume they're KIA, man. Only exit is back through parakinesiology, but then there's no way we're making it to the lab. Only option is to hold here and wait for an opening. Though we put everything we got into one final push.
We wouldn't last a minute out there. You saw what those things could do. We need to retreat. If we stay here, we're dead.
Marshall said we need more HRAs. If you want to go sit in a corner and suck your fucking thumb, don't let me stop you. But no one will be
Oh, that's something over there.
I see Rangers over there.
Sweeping the room. Sweeping clear, people. Haha. Oh, there. Okay. Is that it? Okay.
This one's got an herb!
Hiss Warped. The Hiss Warped wield only paranatural abilities similar to drifters. They are able to telekinetically shield himself with nearby material and launch objects at their target. These entities are particularly destructive and difficult to kill, possibly indicating a greater internal reinforcement of Hiss resonance. Why do certain Hiss display paranatural abilities while others rely on Bureau firearms? Do certain corrupted entities have less potential than the hosts that become Hiss warped, or is this perhaps an indication of evolution or maturation of Hiss corruption? Are there other stages of evolution yet to be found? What if the Hiss inhabits a host for a month, a year? Do hosts expire after a certain amount of time? Does the corruption become too strong for an organic body to endure? Only time and well-documented observation will tell. Read file redacted for full report. They mentioned drifters. That's cool, I gotta admit. Pain elevators. Max pain elevators? Carla. 2H10 from C. Vaughn. Subject, RE Blackrock sample analysis. Thank you for the file. It was very helpful. I've archived it with the Blackrock research in case you need to refer to them again. Yes, the video shoots are always interesting. I expect my availability for those to decrease in the future, however, as my analysis of this newly discovered Blackrock variant is reaching a critical point. I hope you will be able to attend them still. Darling seems to be under a lot of pressure lately, and I'm sure he would appreciate any support you can provide. Regarding the analysis you provided, I do not have any questions. Thank you for the expeditious delivery. Regards, Research Specialist Carla. Oh, I know what this... Someone just got friend-zoned, or colleague-zoned, more specifically. Summary. Obsessive rituals. Examination of paranatural topics. Tangible effect of rituals. Compiled by Emily Pope by order of Casper Darling. Obsessive compulsive disorders and hoarding anxiety disorders. While certain manifestations of these conditions are simply the result of mental illness, sometimes the individuals are simply performing redacted called rituals. The redacted of rituals can vary. Numerology, dream logic, forfeiture, verbal formula, repetitive action, and causal tethering are just some of the procedures involved. Some rituals are consistent, such as pulling the light switch cord 3 times to enter the motel, but some are erratic. While most people engage in minor rituals every day, the vast majority do not understand the importance behind their action. Avoiding disaster, amassing luck, or simply locating lost keys are all the results of daily rituals. Individuals who recognize a deeper meaning behind these compulsive actions are inherently aware of the paranatural world and, when located, should be considered for employment at the Bureau. Refer to file redacted for full report. So basically find all the people with OCD. Oh. Okay, Okay, you can't drop down from that height. Oh, wait, yes, you can! Yes, you can, yes, you can, yes, you can. It's just a skill issue, it's just a skill issue. I'll show you what I mean, I think I can show you what I mean. remember it correctly. See? Synchronicity Lab. Okay. Bidoo. Okay. Okay. That's not unscary at all. Mirror testing. I know what's going to happen, and I stand by the fact that this is very freaky. Synchronicity experiment. Compiled by Dr. Gerald Gronson, by order of Casper Darnley. Examination of paranatural topics, experimentation with global synchronicity. As a test, television sets were placed in a variety of locations around the world inside rooms identically decorated. The hypothesis was that by identically altering the decor of every room, and then by changing the channel in every room but one, that the single differing television would spontaneously align the incoming frequency to match its synchronized counterparts. The experiment seemed like a failure until it was observed that the agents responsible for arranging and monitoring these rooms were all experiencing the same emotional turmoil as one clinically depressed member of the team, himself being located in the eastern part of Redacted. Psychological examination of the agent proved the correlation. Interestingly, the phenomenon of the synchronicity did occur, but not in the way we predicted. Okay. We can't get in there. Oh, that is so satisfying. Death to urinals. What? It's just going the wrong way, that's all. Threshold Kids Proposal, compiled by Bethany Harrington, parapsychologist, by order of Dr. Zachariah Trench. With the recent arrival of Redacted, there are certain glaring gaps in the Bureau's ability to educate and raise a young Redacted. I'm guessing that something along the lines of P6 candidate Dylan Faden, and that is the first redacted thing is P6 candidate Dylan Faden, and the second redacted is a child. There are no other redacted for Redacted to play with, and Redacted is suspected to learn about frightening concepts. Solution: Redacted will require slow, Redacted-friendly introduction to paranatural topics. With this in mind, allow me to introduce The Threshold Kids, a television show in which a cast of cheerful puppets explain the dangers of living at the Bureau, but also the fun side of the paranatural. Budget would be minimal. I took a few puppet-making courses at my local community center. We can have research staff build the sets, record the footage, and even do the voices. It will be good for morale, and I guarantee Redacted and will react positively to these videos. We can't expect the Redacted to enjoy lectures and people in lab coats, but as television has proven for years, Redacted love puppets. Oh no. For those who forget,
stepping to the FBC, there's lots to do, there's lots to read, but you don't dash and don't scream much. Let's join the Threshold Kids. Let's join the Threshold Kids.
Hey, Meg! What's wrong?
My mom's dead.
I'm so sorry, Meg! What happened?
I don't know. He blacked it out.
It's like the director says.
Yep.
Confidential.
Calming and kid-friendly.
Would see.
The director's a puppet. A dirty, rotten, fart person.
Dad says my mama went missing in actions. She walked into the city and didn't come back. I don't know what missing in actions is, but I sure wish someone would find her.
I'll help you look, Topher. We'll find your mama together.
Yep.
This way to the lab? Okay. You must like these HRAs. Sounds like Darling built them. And most of the things around here. If Marshall can't help us with Dylan, he's our next best bet.
Altered
Assuming
item
he's
number
not
52
dead.
AE analysis, session
Or
2.
taken over
I will
by the
begin
hiss.
by introducing various stimuli to the item. First, a low voltage electric shock.
Oh, this thing.
No response. Next, I will introduce heat via a standard Bunsen burner. No response. Next, a series of solutions will be applied, each with a different value on the pH scale, from 0 to 14.
Don't torture the Eldritch object. That's asking for fucking trouble.
No response to any value. Next, I will attempt to communicate. Can you understand me? Can you understand my words? Quack if you can understand my words. No response. This concludes session 2. We'll need time to prepare further tests.
This here. What? What the fuck? Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Fuck no.
You let me here. Any idea how to make it work?
Hello again, Director. It appears we have a new problem. We need to get the HRA machine working.
I've replaced a couple of spark plugs, but this looks a bit more complicated.
Darling must have had a system. Randomness isn't in his nature. The punch cards, the symbols, the terminals. How do they connect?
I'll see what I can do.
So, we need to find all the punch cards.
Black Rock Prisms, compiled by Casper Darwin. Utilization of paranatural elements. Black rock prisms are unique formations of black rock, distinct in both their shape and potency. While the density of black rock prism dampens paranatural forces, the unique redacted structure of prisms retains frequencies and range in redacted to redacted hertz with perfect redacted harmonization. This report analyzes results of focusing a redacted through a harmonized prism to a redacted, methods for imprinting non-physical fields onto redacted, and viewing with the properties of the harmonized resonance redacted in the prism will be explored and explained. Refer to file redacted for full report. I'm guessing at least some of those redacted are Hedron.
Altered item number 52.
Have you checked the upper floor?
So that's 4. So 1 is going to be this, the umbrella symbol.
Each punch card should correspond to a terminal.
So 2 is the cube. Three is the single square.
These whiteboard drawings may be important.
So this does that mean this goes here, or
It looks like he was working on something to do with these symbols.
okay, so this one has to go here. And then okay.
The prism shattered. Darling's prototypes have a lot of issues. We need a new plan. We need more black rock prisms to make this machine work. Darling
I
has
even
another
do it
lab
right?
down in the black rock processing site and maintenance. That must be where he keeps the prisms.
I've been to maintenance already. I can find my way. But how long will that take? Nothing here is simple. I need to ask her now, before I go. I need something from you first. What do you know about Dylan Faden?
I knew this was coming. Lives are at stake here, and we need this machine working to save those lives. Once that is done, Director Faden, then we can talk.
She's right. As much as I don't want to admit it. I'm the only one who can help. Fine. I'll get the prisms first. Dylan will have to wait just a little longer. But don't call me Director. Jesse is fine.
I'll call you Faden. Here, you'll need this keycard.
Thanks. Emily Pope has set up a base in Executive. Once I have the prism, I'll meet you there.
Right. I'll move out immediately. And keep an eye out for Darling. Finding him might be the key to stopping the hiss.
It's just one large-scale HRA. It's there now. We are about to be exposed to a different kind of resonance. Hostile, viral, invasive resonance. That's what the Hedron resonance amplifiers are for. Taking the protection Hedron can provide us, and keeping us from being wiped out. Resonance.
Yeah, this is not the usual
Vibration,
Dr. Darling.
frequencies, waveforms, fields we didn't know were there. It's physics. These fields in complex interaction, altering reality that comes to contact with them. Hedron is communicating with me. It's trying to warn me of something imminent. I've been using every known method to analyze the data. Exposing myself to it. I'm seeing things and overcome by compulsion. It's not just data, it's protection. It's benign.
Are you sure? Because I know how the game ends, but even I'm not sure Hedron is 100% benign.
To a different kind of resonance. Hostile, viral, invasive resonance. That's what the Hedron resonance amplifiers are for. Taking the protection Hedron can provide us, and keeping us from being wiped out.
Here, this will lead back to Central Research.
Hotline. Objects of power are holder 665. To the other blessing. We hold the reins law. We are failing in translating hyperreal concepts. Secrets instructions will be lost. Ignore this message. You are the director now. We expect independence, dependence. You are the authority chosen one. The Bureau game needs you. Oh yeah, I saw that one.
back. It's ridiculous.
Pope's grasping at straws.
Why? If hiss is a frequency, then why couldn't it vibrate molecules in order to alter human physiology? It would explain the hair loss.
Think about it. The precision that would require is unthinkable.
Well, we're dealing with something that is unthinkable, so... Oh. Is communications. So okay, that's 2 of them. I think I need 2 or 3 of them. I think I need more. things. Maybe there's some in pneumatic sort. Oh, there could be some here. Mailroom, cafeteria. Mailroom, pneumatics. Mailroom. Mailroom. Where's pneumatics? To the hotline. Let's go to dead letters. Where is it? I'm gonna be so pissed if I can't do this because I can't find it. I think I'm really, I have, this is new, but I want to find the letters. I mean, in the communications department.
Hope wants us to compile all of Darling's data entries from the past month.
She wants us to crack Darling's personal files. How crucify is it? Who does she think she is, authorizing that kind of data breaches?
It's bad, but we can handle it. Just like we handled that altered item making everyone drown themselves in the
Trench contained that thing. Let's go.
What do you fucking want from me, game? Okay, whatever. Whatever.
Pope wants us to compile all of Darling's data entries from the past month.
She wants us to crack Darling's personal logs? He'll crucify us if he finds out. Who does she think she is, authorizing that kind of data breach?
She must think he's hiding something. And I agree. The HRAs alone are proof Darling knew more than he let on.
Let's go to Central Research. Because I remember there being some sort of side quest down here. The pit. Yeah, this place ain't creepy at all.
Area's under quarantine. I wouldn't go in there without talking to Underhill first. Even if you have, I still wouldn't go in.
Excuse me? Are you lost? Do you normally barge into people's private workspaces?
She clearly doesn't know who she's talking to.
Shouldn't you be in a safe room? Why? Because of those hiss things the Rangers keep going on about. Haven't you people sorted that out yet? The situation down here could spell doom for the Bureau.
You mean this mold?
Correct.
Yes,
Perhaps
I knew
you
there
could
was a
help
side
me.
quest.
I require samples of various mold strains, and the mold has made the environment far too dangerous for me to fetch them myself.
Really? Mold samples? I thought this could spell doom.
It could, and it will, whoever you are. The mold is spreading. We need to find the source before it spreads too far.
And these samples will do that?
No. Samples of 5 unique strains, when blended properly, will allow you to travel deeper into the pit, where I've pinpointed the approximate location of the source of the mold.
Okay. So what do these samples look like?
Similar to the one on my table there. I've made a list of the samples I need. Here. You'll find them throughout the threshold.
I'll take a look. My name's Jessie, by the way.
I'm sure it is.
Have you worked at the FBC very long?
Not long enough to understand their inane methodology. They want me to solve the mold, but how is one to solve anything when the basic molecular structure of this fungus is an utter enigma?
Oh, sorry, are you asking me?
It's rhetorical. The Bureau wants to control, not comprehend. But to answer your question, I'm a seasoned threshold researcher that's been brought in on a provisional basis to resolve this matter.
That's all you had to say. What have you learned about the mold?
She gets better, don't worry.
Firstly, the term mold is
Well,
a
I mean,
gross
she's revealed to be
oversimplification
better.
used only to ease communication. That said, the mold itself appears to be the product of complex microorganisms. They spin the mold, building structures like minuscule cities, swiftly colonizing our dimension, and the speed of these tiny engineers relative to their size is simply staggering.
So it grows fast.
If you're not going to listen, then why did you ask?
So the mold is coming in from... where?
We don't have a name for the threshold dimension. The origin point has been identified, but the density of the fungus makes it impossible to enter. Even if we could, I speculate that we would only find a reality entirely subsumed by the fungus. Total decomposition.
It's weird how excited she is, right? What do you know about the hiss?
How could I know anything about an entity I've only just learned of? This is exactly the Bureau's problem. My work is always interrupted by these superfluous matters.
Hiss
Calm
isn't
down.
superfluous.
Just keep your HRA on and I'm sure you'll be fine.
This crude thing. I thought it was Darling's idea of a practical joke.
Not quite. Just keep your head down while I handle the hiss.
Okay.
I need to get
Goodbye.
going.
Try not to transport any spores outside the infected areas. This work won't finish itself. Perhaps it might.
It smells so sweet down here. I'm really hungry. I wonder how this mold tastes.
Don't do that. Jesse, I swear to God, if you actually eat any of this stuff, I will... Pink Flamingo. AI-46KE. Agents noticed a transient commonly found outside the entrance of the Bureau headquarters. Agents noticed the transient commonly found outside the entrance of the Bureau headquarters would carry this item and loudly claim it to be responsible for lack of inclement weather. The frequency of these claims attracted the personal interest of Dr. Darling. In interviews disguised as casual conversations, the transient reported that the item gives me clouds when it's hot and sun when it's not. And if an event of note occurred during a heavy downpour when the vagrant was witnessed performing a possible ritual with the item. See PAI 1372 for a detailed observation. Dr. Darling reported a wait of redacted seconds before the rain stopped. The vagrant was seized the next day. After redacted, he was found to possess no redacted and was released. The item remains in Bureau custody under suspicion of altered status, though this still has not been proven. All known variations of identification formulas have failed to elicit a response from the item. So you just stole a homeless guy's thing. Class act, you guys. Class fucking act. Dude's only personal item, only possession, that seemed to give him some happiness, and you fucking took it from him. Sarcastic clap.
Are those people?
They were people, I think. Ow. Okay, yeah, that was me fucking up. Is it even possible for me to get the stuff right now? Now I'm gonna go to, since I'm not sure that I even can do that stuff, I am going to go to maintenance.
Marshall knows something about Dylan. Is he here? Is he all right? HRA's first. They'll help save everyone, including Dylan. One. Safe. Like you do with me?
Okay, central maintenance. Wait, maybe I can talk with Harish. He's cool.
That thing blows.
Oh wait, he's moved on, I think. Background processing. Ow! It's not what I wanted to do at all. that seems to be the way they want me to go. I can tell because of the... Oh! Oh, that's a way back down to the thing. Okay.
Hello? I don't know. The lights are on. They should be open. We're looking to get a room for the night. Hello? I don't think anyone's there, honey. Come on. We'll go to that motel we passed a while back.
Okay. Okay, chairs like that. Radio is on. That side.
Okay, we need to find a way to Blackrock processing. That's where Marshall said we'd find a prism.
Someone's keeping the mold in the thing, so that's not great. Atlas theory. The Atlas is a physical... compiled by Hubert Tan under the order of Caspar Darling. The Atlas is a physical expression created by the oldest house. Its purpose and function are currently unknown. The specific shape and dimensions of the Atlas, see ATL03 for said dimensions, seems to indicate a more explicit purpose than the oldest house's usual floors, walls, floors, or shifts. The Atlas changes form but resists observation when doing so. No visual observation has been made during its change, and it only occurs between frames when monitored by surveillance cameras. A previous theory was that this change corresponds to the to house shifts and the atlas is redacted of the redacted itself. However, the shape changes do not occur at the same time as the building shifts, which makes this theory doubtful. Structurally, the atlas is made of the same redacted material as the rest of the oldest house. Further observation will hopefully aid in discovering its purpose. Refer to file 837-3592 for full report. Bathroom. Oh, something's popping off.
Don't give it in!
Where?
I'm glad to see you're still you.
Medic, what's the damage?
They've each taken a few hits. We need to get them to a surgical station ASAP, but I don't think they're stable enough to move.
Oh yeah? But they're gonna have to be, because we are moving out and I am not leaving them behind. Now do what you need to do.
Marshall, Trench's behavior. Have you noticed the recent tension between Trench and Dr. Darling? And Salvador. They've both been acting odd lately. Trench concerns me the most. His sudden hostility towards Darling's project is very unlike him. He was the one to approve all of his Hedron research in the first place, but after Darling unveiled those HRAs, he was livid. I personally don't see any reason not to equip Bureau staff with an additional protective device, especially not if it's as strong as Darling says. What do you make of this? Have you seen anything different from either of them that strikes you as odd? Let's talk in person before the next Bureau heads meeting. Marshall.
Ranger Squad Charlie 7 returned from an expedition into the quarry threshold just after 0500 Zulu. Can you please state your names and describe the purpose of your expedition?
Kevin Horowitz, Rupert Well.
Hey, remember
Our
the deal.
mission was to
You kill a
map
hiss,
quarry
I
grid
buy a
coordinates
shot.
G29.
Bottom shelf only.
Secondary objective, as always, was to find a route from the threshold entrance and maintenance to the formation. Secondary objective was not a success.
What a surprise. And did you encounter any previously unrecorded event or entity while inside the threshold?
No, nothing. Do you think we should tell him about the mermaid?
Excuse me?
Yeah, the mermaid. Horowitz here found this mermaid in the quarry, just sitting on some lab rock. She was singing this beautiful song, and he was overcome with desire.
Pushing, Doc.
She was so alluring.
I'd say she was more enchanting than alluring.
Fine, enchanting.
Did you tell your CO about this?
No. Because it didn't happen.
Nothing happened. As usual, the quarry is full of rocks. That's it. Can we go now?
Fuck you guys. Get out of here.
Hey, thanks for bringing down that... whatever the fuck that was. But we are barely holding on here, boss. How's the situation outside maintenance?
What do I tell him? The truth is harsh, but these people seem familiar with death.
Yeah, the truth.
The Hiss are everywhere. Most of the Bureau is lost. We need Blackrock Prism to make more HRAs for any survivors in the safe rooms. I'm here to check Darling's Blackrock lab.
So to recap, death, disaster, and imminent destruction. Another day at the FBC. Well, Darling's lab is just past Blackrock processing. I got good news and I got bad news on that front. Good news is, it's right down the hall. Bad news is, a Hiss monster has decided to move in, so that's great.
Monster.
That's what the Rangers said. The ones that survived, anyway. But we are just treading water here, and the Hiss keep coming. Salvador would know what to do, but apparently he took a security team into the containment sector just before the lockdown happened, and well, no one's seen him since. But hey, at least we got you, our fearless leader.
They shouldn't rely on me. They don't know me. They don't know how I've failed people.
You've done a good job here, Arish, but you should take your people and get to the base in Executive. You can regroup there. I'll go deal with this monster. I'm getting kind of used to them.
Aye, aye, Faden. And be sure to put a bullet in that thing for me.
And for wounded people? Yeah, I'll do. Or, does this thing use bullets? Mail fast travel. Okay, let's... killing them. There. Get away from... Fuck! You can't save stupid, I guess. Bathroom break for a minute, then I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Hey, I'm back. Yeah.
Glad to see you're still you.
Is it the hiss or a concussion?
feel like I, and maybe the rest of the Bureau, could do a bit of a better job
Arish wasn't kidding about that monster.
at keeping all these various people alive. Swan boat procedures. Containment. No unique procedure required. Description. Altered effect. Item is made out of fiberglass painted to resemble a swan. Foot pedals allow the item to propel forward in water. The item emits a pulse of physical force at an estimated force of redacted. Possible connection to OOP5. Measuring the exact force created by the item has been hindered by concerns from Human Resource Department. The item was seized from an activity rental service called Redacted, located on Lake Redacted on Vancouver Island, Canada, after it ejected numerous riders over the course of a summer, bringing the boat to the attention of the media. The item was transported to Bureau by helicopter. A containment specialist accompanied it, sent to recite formulas C-E9 and through 32 recursively. What occurred in the helicopter is not known, but all agents were lost in the crash. The item was recovered and then transported by train. It arrived at the Bureau without further incident. Yeah, they were wondering if it was related to the floppy disk. Oh, exploration debrief.
You showed me the HRA when I first got here, and the machine that makes them. Can you help me find a prism? Shit! What the fuck?
Hello. Okay. Ow! Ass fucking hole. God.
Let's hurry up.
Hiss distorted. Hiss distorted agents are able to render themselves invisible and emit a powerful concussive blast when in close range of their target. Curiously, the Hiss distorted is apparently not able to utilize both abilities at once. It must make itself visible when it goes on the offensive. The Hiss distorted is unique in the fact that it wields a paranatural ability previously unknown to the Bureau, perhaps tapping into a yet undiscovered object of power. How does this invisibility work? Does the distorted become resonance temporarily? Does it use Hiss resonance to refract the light? The physical deformation of this particular Hiss entity is noteworthy in its thoroughness. Clearly the human host would have died from such an extreme alteration, which prompts the question, are the corrupted simply animated corpses? Refer to file redacted for full report.
And find Darling's lab.
Okay.
There are areas in the oldest house where, under the right conditions, when the frequencies match, other
Black Rock. Utilization of paranatural elements, compiled by Casper Darling, by order of no one. Summary. BlackRock has allowed the Bureau to make great strides in containment procedures since it was first discovered. This report will examine how its very structure, comprised of redacted density, nullifies all resonance within a range of redacted to redacted hertz. Bureau innovations that incorporate BlackRock will be analyzed, most notably the fire breaks, feats of engineering designed to contain any future outbreaks, attacks, or other internal threats. The goal of this report is to encourage Bureau staff to explore further innovations using BlackRock, as work in that field has markedly slowed in recent years. Refer to File 593-1733 for full report.
There are areas in the oldest house where, under the right conditions, when the frequencies match, other dimensions leak in. We call these areas thresholds. The quarry is one of the more stable thresholds in the maintenance sector. That's where BlackRock comes from. Extra-dimensional matter. It has the unique property of blocking out a lot of frequencies. A good thing. It keeps things stable, contained. Think of it as paranatural lead. Our research involves many dangerous things we absolutely need to keep in check. That's what the BlackRock line fire breaks are about. The panopticon container cells.
Sorry to interrupt, sir, but I need the code for the quarry elevator.
Oh, Emily. The codes. BlackRock 665. Neighbor of the beast. Get it? We can do that again if you... Dimensions leak in. We call these areas thresholds. The quarry is one of the more stable thresholds in the maintenance sector. That's where BlackRock comes.
Clearance level 5, baby! Should be using shield strength more. Shield more.
You heard that too, right?
Matter.
BlackRock comes from the threshold, the quarry. So the prisms must be there too.
Think of it as paranatural lead. Our research involves many dangerous things.
Everything here is crazy. Weird, but it feels right. Like how the world should be. I am in an infinite building leading to different dimensions, and I never want to leave. Even with all the horror, I'm happy. It feels sane. Just
So
the
does
right
that.
kind of insane.
Fan supplement. The oscillator A13KE. Acquisition date 07/28/1954. Containment location Panopticon, floor 1, Unit 15. Extract from formal interdepartmental complaint. The notion of fan death has now become widely known in the region since foreign investigator Redacted met with a local journalist to explain how electric fans operate at speeds that may suffocate users by overly disturbing the air. As our agency is still young, we must take care to avoid missteps. Any explanation given to the public must provide sufficient yet vague rationale that will reaffirm their certainty that ours is a stable, controlled world. We must tread carefully, especially in this increasingly technological world, with the radio and other innovations allowing information to travel at speeds previously undreamt of. This is precisely why we insist that our department handle all communication with public bodies. With all due respect, William S. Powers, head of the Department of Public Knowledge and Diversions. Shatter projectile boost.
Elevator's broken. Gotta get down the old-fashioned way.
Just like Batman in Arkham Asylum. I should have killed it. Those screams are horrific. Okay, that might have fixed the elevator. quarry equipment order. We need additional diamond blades ASAP. Continuous rim this time to get the clean-cut research wants. This Blackrock shit is tough. We're going through blades like we're made of the damn things. The dimensions for these slabs of black rock they want are outrageous. For all the grief they're causing me, these fire breaks better fucking work a treat. Go ahead and double the last order. Oh, okay. Oh. Fuck. Why were there a billion of those things? Quarry worker incident. Linda, I saw David last night. I was working late in the quarry when he stumbled out from behind some black rock. Looked like hell. He called up to medical right away. He was half starved. He's been missing for 2 weeks, so I guess it's not a surprise. While I was waiting for someone to come help, he kept talking about some carvings. Said something about an ancient tree. I couldn't really understand him. When the medics came, they brought security. They grabbed David and hauled him off. They interrogated me for a couple of hours about what David had told me. Anyway, I know you're on the next shift, so I thought I'd leave this for you. He was your husband. You have a right to know. The way security were acting, well, I don't know if we're going to see David again. I'm so sorry, Linda. Burn this after you read it.
Not what I expected.
It's beautiful, isn't it? In a weird, eldritch way. No smoking reminder. All Bureau personnel are reminded to kindly not smoke in the quarry. Even though the quarry is technically an outdoor space, it is still a part of the Bureau, and therefore the no smoking rule does apply. Not only is it considerate towards your fellow employees to refrain from inflicting the harm of secondhand smoke, it is also prudent to avoid any risk of gas fires, unforeseen threshold reactions, and possible creations of altered receptacles. Under no circumstances should cigarette butts be left in the quarry. Thank you for your understanding. Quarry incident. During my weekly Malcolm Milos, professional safety inspector. During my weekly safety inspection to the quarry threshold, I discovered the entire crew in a state of redacted. The whole team was redacted, aligned and staring in a uniform direction, the city in the distance. Despite my most vocal efforts to gain their attention, they remained redacted for more than redacted minutes, until I had to resort to literally redacted. Afterwards, they were dazed and could not provide any rationale for their behavior or any specific memories of engaging in it. My official recommendation is for any crew working in a threshold area is to either shorten the length of their shifts or to carry out mandatory psychological evaluations on a weekly basis, or preferably both, and maybe we could order another expedition to the city. Refer to file 558 3096 for full report. Okay. That did not do a lot.
And there it is, right where you led me. The HRAs, the prisms, they mean something to you. I need to get this prism to Marshall before it's too late. HRAs, then Dylan.
Of course, you. You motherfucker. Have fun with each other. I'm out.
Pope wants us to compile all of Darling's data entries from the past month.
Had to take a detour into the quarry, but I found plenty. Here.
We will start HRA production immediately. I promised I'd tell you about Dylan once you helped us.
This is it. She knows. 17 years I've waited.
Your brother is here. He was once known as Prime Candidate 6, codenamed P6. We brought him here after the ordinary event. He was groomed to be the future director. He had talents far beyond any other candidate in the program.
Of course he did. We found you together. We share a bond. Are you with him now? So you kidnapped him?
We took him in. Your parents vanished along with every other adult in Ordinary. Eventually, his power changed him. There were casualties. He wasn't fit to be the director.
Did you know about this? Is this why you didn't bring me here sooner? Were you keeping me away? Where is Dylan?
He's kept in the containment sector, in the Panopticon.
My brother. I thought we were the same. What if we are? I'm going. Now.
I expected as much. I need to go check on something. Something I cannot let the Hiss find. It shouldn't take long, but you must watch the Bureau while I'm gone. And remember, Dylan is dangerous. Do not let him out, Director Faden.
How do I make her stop calling me that? I'm not here for them. Nothing simple here. These people took my brother, but they've accepted me without question. Are they my enemies or my friends?
Well, let's just say that it'll get a lot simpler very soon.
I need to know. I wish you could tell me what you know, explain things. Just stay with me, okay? I could use a friend right now.
think that's where we call it for the night, so until next time, I've been Tanky, and have fun and take care of each other out there.
Collins,
Goodbye.
any word on survivors?